We're going to be playing this board game that I designed called The City. Imagine a fantasy city in which up to 6 factions are fighting for political control of this place. All of them trying to outdo the others in a game of fantasy politics. There's 9 quarters in the city. At the end of the game, which is turn 10, we will have a look at who's got the most influence in each of those quarters, and for every quarter in which somebody has the most influence, they will get a victory point, the winner being the person with the most victory points. That's if the game goes to turn 10. However, each individual faction has an ability to win the game early using a special condition which is specific to that faction. And it's different for all factions, and they all play the game using individual decks of cards, each of them slightly different from the other. So the tactics vary. There's the crown, who are the royalties, the royal family controlling the city, trying to establish their influence. There's the church, trying to win over the hearts of men. There's the Costa, which is a capitalist organization trying to make a profit. A wizards group called the Arcane Circle, who have their own agenda. The Thieves Guild, running organized crime in the city. And finally, the Enemy, who are a faction seeking to destabilize the whole place and make it ripe for invasion by a third party. It's a game of cut and thrust. For board gamers out there, it's an area control game with some hand management and lots of take that. And hopefully it will result in a fun game and give you all an idea of how the game plays. So to win this game, your faction needs to control the influence within the city. How you do that is up to you. You can do it by alliances, you can do it by contests, you can do it by violence, but at the end of the day, there can be only one winner. If you want to win the city, you've got to play hard and hopefully come out on top. So some friends are coming around, 2 friends of mine, James and Roger, and my son Ryan, and the 4 of us are going to play a game, The City, and see who comes out on top.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so what we're going to do is just randomly select a faction. So everyone's going to just put their hand in here and take one out. Probably best to close your eyes, Jim.
Take on my coffee.
Tim has got blue, which is the Arcane Circle, the Wizards. Roger has got
White.
white, the Church.
Church.
How are we getting along here?
Ryan has
Arcane Circle,
red,
Church. I can see a link.
the Thieves Guild. And I
I'll
have,
bring you down.
The Church and the Thieves Guild have often had a...
and I have the Enemy.
Got it.
So I'm going
Next.
to be working to undermine everybody. Okay, so I've got the Enemy, which is an interesting one. That's the one faction that wins the game slightly differently to everybody else. My job in this game is to disrupt everybody else's plans. The Enemy can win the game if it removes a certain number of cards from the game. So the others will know that, they've all played before, so they will probably try and stop me. So my initial goal will be to ingratiate myself with the others, marketing my services as an assassin and saboteur, and hopefully put myself in a decent position by the end of the game. The biggest difficulty with playing this faction is that people know you're the enemy from the beginning and they try and stop you. So I've got to make some friends.
Hi guys, my name's James. I'm one of the newer players to this. I've play tested once. So I get a feeling that the other guys are a little bit more experienced than me. So I'm going to be playing the Arcane Circle, which I haven't played as well. So what I'm going to try and do is just wait in the sort of in the wings for a little bit, just see how my guys play, and then I'm going to try and find one of the weaker player out of the other 3, and try to sort of attach myself to him, and sort of build myself up through him. But hopefully he doesn't build up as well, and then I'll be in a position to take out the other 2. So I'm going to bide my time, find somebody weak. That's the plan. Let's see if it works.
Thieves Guild. Hey, I'm Ryan. I've played the City numerous times. I'm really excited by the fact that I got the Thieves Guild to play today. Yeah, it's very hard for these factions that the others are playing to react to me. So if I can win as quickly as possible, but otherwise I might fall short. So I just hope that doesn't happen, and I'm gonna have to use my strategy to draw 2 cards every turn. Thieves Guild, sort of a faction that looks to also play their own game, sort of try and dominate the board, but also likes to disrupt the other factions, which is a lot what I'm going to be trying to do today. So.
Hi, I'm Roger. It's my third time playing the city. Today I'm playing the church. My strategy is going to be to make friends with all of my opponents. While I'm doing that, I'll be slowly gaining influence across the board to hopefully surprise them with a victory before the end of the game.
Prophet, what is your prediction?
The Lord spoke to me. I have bad news.
Yes.
There will be plague.
No. That's not good. Plague is one of the worst cards in the game. Okay, Jim, you get to play a location or a leader.
Yeah, but I might not be right.
No, you might not be right, but it means there's plague in the next 3 turns.
You're good. You're good, Sonny.
Improper.
I think I will play a fence card in the hill.
Okay, guys, just so you know, fence is one of his victory conditions.
I'm going to play in Traitor's Ridge,
Yes.
the laboratory, Alchemist's Laboratory.
Yeah.
You gain +1 in all contests in this quarter.
Okay. But there's a growth. There's an influence growth for me in that quarter, by the looks of things.
My son, there's no need to be hostile to the church.
No.
Perhaps you should listen to some of my tenants.
I'm not hostile. Okay, that's a full. Now you draw back to 6 cards if you have. So you draw back to 6. Go according to the starting lineup, which means you go first, right? You don't have an event card in the first round. We don't have an auction, but we do have taking a strategy card. So you may select a strategy card. Obviously, if you don't take the top one, you've got to put gold on anyone above the one you do take. So you take construction, you keep it in front of you so we can all see.
Yep.
But I get my coin back.
Correct. So you take initiative.
And then I'll go first.
You will after we've drawn cards.
Yeah.
I'll pass it to you. Just tell me what you want.
I'll put 3 down and take the accelerator.
The prophet heads the royal council.
Yep. It's now card phase. So,
Right.
So you may
So the
pay 1 gold to draw a card, but before you do that,
first thing I'm going to do
yeah.
is I can flip over my cards.
Yeah.
In your view, everyone.
Oh, sorry. I beg your pardon. It's not you. It's him. Then it's you.
No, you just...
I forget that the mages stole the initiative.
Okay, so sorry, repeat that to me.
No, you may.
Heathen.
You are a wizard, so you can draw 2 cards.
Yeah.
Okay. You would normally be able to shuffle one back into the deck, into the event deck, but you can't because the prophet has made a prophecy. So you will now have to discard a card from your hand.
It says, alternatively, I may look at the top 5 cards of my deck and put a card into my hand, or I may remove the top 3 cards from the event deck,
Yes,
which happen to have a plague in them.
that's
Or
quite a good call.
I may receive 10 gold.
May I suggest, Thief, that for the benefit of the city and to stop the church getting a foothold, that would be
I give you 10 seconds to plea.
No, but I think you think you should show good faith to the rest of us.
Say, viva the underbelly, viva. We don't need that stinking church.
I think I'm going to look at the top 5 cards in my deck and put a
No,
card.
no, think about yourself, why don't you?
I hope you suffer many plagues. I hope your feet and ears fall off.
That may happen, actually, with
Yeah.
plague card.
We'll know for sure what
Yeah, well, if he shows them to you.
if it shows them.
Thank you.
And they must remain in that order, I
No,
suppose.
you can shuffle.
Oh, can you shuffle them?
Yeah, you must shuffle them.
We'll see.
Yeah. Okay. Don't never trust a wizard. What's the first rule of play? Gank the wizard.
All the spells are just trickery. There's nothing real there.
I like the
Chicanery.
bond that's forming between the Thieves Guild and the church. I can feel
Very
Well, the
good.
church,
commonality.
church are commonly thieves too.
Both of us know the prophecy now.
Is that it?
That's all I can do.
Okay, I'm going to buy a card for 1.
And I think we can live in harmony in the Warren.
I don't.
Ooh, I'm seeing cracks already.
Okay.
Last long.
Where am
I
I?
would hate to invoke a crusade.
Sure you would. I'm going to play the Forger's House here in Louston. When the special ability for the enemy, which is new, because I just made it up. No, I'm kidding. It's the new special ability for the enemy is it can take an additional card and place it under one of its locations in the city. Okay, which is what I'm doing. I'm going to put it under here. Okay. At the start of the card phase, at any phase in future, I can turn those cards, as many of those cards as are undercards up as I want, and they're considered to be played. Okay.
Of course, the enemy, that doesn't leave many enemies to take on.
That leaves the enemy feeling a little exposed. The wizards are out of the game.
Up the ante. We're just sitting
The
here in
enemy
our
is
little
feeling a little...
corner.
But the enemy suggests that it's too early to be fighting anyway. So why don't we all
Just get
take that view? There's no point at this stage in fighting.
The thieves will gladly accept the peace offering on behalf of the church.
And
Although the enemy...
I have no enemies at this point. My name is misleading. I'm in fact...
just conflicted.
I'm in fact... You know, I want you to know that I have certain skills, all right? That if any of you want to make use of, I think it would be quite a good idea to do so. And also, and that being the case, it's probably not a good idea to be fighting at this point. I mean, you never know when you may want to get rid of a
If your
pesky...
skills
pesky
included
rogue.
vanishing from the West Quarter and Louston, well, that would be welcome and beneficial. At the moment, your actions are fairly aggressive. What is hidden there? An arms cache?
No, there's nothing hidden there. What are you talking about?
What card?
There's nothing hidden. I play open cards.
Yes. I have informants. I'm the church.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what. If anybody needs to be rid of this troublesome priest, you know where to come knocking.
You hear some people are shouting from the south of the city. He's clutching at straws. Take him out.
Fine. So are you?
No.
Fine.
It's every man for himself,
All
apart
right.
from alliances.
Fine. Okay. So now it's the movement phase. There's only one alliance. The alliance currently is weirdly enough, between the church and the Thieves Guild.
The two thieves' guilds.
Yes.
Same thing, yeah.
That having been said, it's now the movement phase. In the movement phase, you can move your leaders to adjacent quarters if you want to, starting with the first player, who is the Arcane Circle, then the church, then the Thieves Guild.
So I would suggest just move it.
Yes, the prophet is moving to Louston.
Yeah.
Louston needs
Prophecy.
prophetizing.
Okay.
I have a leader as well.
So now you're all moving out of your little cushy zone in the middle. There's no need to fight.
Well, I think
there
our
was
red
no
captain's gonna reinforce the strength that we have.
Oh, is he? You've chosen the wrong ally, Burford.
It didn't even take a round for the Thieves Guild to show their hand.
No, the Thieves Guild is referring to the alliance.
Am I the only one? Oh, no, this is.
formed.
I'm gonna. Okay, so that would be the movement phase done. The next thing would be contests, starting in the north and moving down. So the first contest
We have a lot.
would be here. Bear in mind, red and white are allied, which means they have a combined influence strength of 3. All right. In addition to the fact that they've got showing 3
You mean
attack
Red and
tokens.
white, Rob, not red and black.
I beg your pardon. Red and white are allied,
Wishful thinking.
so they have a total of 2, 3, 4, 5. They have,
Roger.
I have a total of 3. And you have a total of 10. The
Flee
difference
with
is
your
7. I would
tail
have to
between
remove
your
7 tokens, but I only have 2. So I'm removing my 2 tokens, leaving. That's your high contest phase done. The next phase is the audit phase, which is the end of turn. So the first thing you do in the audit phase is you grow your influence. So for example, you'd gain 2 in this quarter, Jim, for that. You do that for all your location and leader cards in play. And check that some other people's leader cards may, in fact, give you a bonus too.
I've already added mine.
Oh, no, it was two, only one.
Else giving the church any tribute? No.
No, I'm afraid. Who's no?
That's not very
you-
nice.
Okay. The final phase of the audit phase is to get money. And you get income based on the number of quarters in which you have at least 1 influence
That
token.
would be quite nice then.
Plus, you gain additional income for any coin tokens on your cards. So
How many per?
no,
one
it's
per?
1 gold per quarter in which you have influence.
I'll stretch across you.
Okay.
That's the bank.
That is the end of the first turn. we're going to turn over the event card, and the only thing we need to hope is that it's not a plague as predicted by the church. The event card will now determine what happens for the game this turn. What is it?
The plague.
Oh,
So
mighty-
between two of you guys,
mighty prophet.
all influence in every quarter is reduced by 2, except for Louston, where it was reduced by 1d6. Yes, and that's going to destroy
Okay.
the guys there.
So basically-
and then also you've got to roll 1d6 for each leader. On a 1, they're permanently removed from play.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so you put the plague.
Leader on a 1, they're permanently removed.
The church's influence spreads to all quarters.
That is
Repent,
terrible.
ye sinners, barring my friends in the Thieves Guild.
Okay.
And then
So in
2
the
from
remainder,
every other one.
everyone loses 2. So I'm basically off the
Back to
board.
where we started.
Everyone uses 2.
Yeah.
On every sector, yeah.
Yeah.
2 and me. 6.
No, leaders all survive. Okay.
Has gained influence because everyone knows that the church is right and the church speaks the truth. So come to me.
This changes the game
Children.
quite dramatically. Plague first card is
No, not plague first card. It's the church's prophecy comes true because you non-believers. You
this is the second turn. Now we go into
My
a turn
friend in the
auction.
Thieves Guild, how do you feel?
The Thieves Guild is...
I think the Thieves Guild
You-
got
do
the
you-
bad
do you
end of
see
that.
that
as
you-
neutral as possible.
Do you see that you allied with the right faction?
Very much so.
So now we have the auction, guys. So we're going to take a certain amount of gold in your hand and secretly bid for who's going to go for the turn order from now on. Bear in mind that there's no benefit. There's going to be no draw of strategy cards this turn. So what you're really going for is turn order and the possibility of putting somebody onto the Royal Council if you come first. Bid. Everyone puts their hands out with a certain number of gold in their hand. There's a lot of rattling from the church's coffers there. All right, ready. 1, 2, 3, reveal. Oh, hang on.
4 from me.
5.
5 for the church, so that gets discarded. 4 for the arcane circle.
Church takes its rightful
Church
place.
takes its rightful place. Thieves Guild slides down to 4th.
Thieves Guild operates.
You may elect somebody to the Royal Council. Doesn't have.
Okay.
The church strengthens the alliance with the Thieves Guild and elects the pirates captain to the. Can I nominate which tier?
You can.
To tier 1.
Okay.
Very impressed by this show of commitment to the alliance.
Trust sir.
The plague has.
This is to yet again strengthen the alliance we have with our
I'm not,
friends,
this is an unholy alliance, if ever
our
there
friends
was.
in the Thieves Guild. We're going to invoke the Inquisition in the Warren.
Fantastic.
What does it mean?
It doesn't really have any effect here. When this card is played, the crown player must pay you 5 gold.
Oh, okay, no. So
Turning the player holding the domination strategy card must pay you 5 gold.
No
and
one's
one of
got
his
any
or her
cards.
leaders in play is discarded.
no.
Okay, I'm going to play a location.
Yes. Do you think so?
You're going to try to play a vacation.
That's why the church is spread south. To push out the evil influence of the wizards.
Another one down here. Gollum Forge. On this card is played, the influence of all factions is reduced by 1 in every quarter. I assume that means except me.
Yes, it does. No, it doesn't actually. It means you too.
Yeah, no, I was hoping it.
Because those golems are
Yes, I
unpredictable.
was thinking that. Okay, take it off.
Confess, you sinner!
What do you mean by that, sir?
It wasn't me and the little. It wasn't the goldfish.
This will prevent you from playing your card unless you show me your hand and you allow me to discard 1 card from it.
What? It's quite a bit.
You playing confession?
Yeah.
Okay.
I confess I am.
Ryan, it's your card first.
Okay, sweet.
Okay, now Ryan can draw 1 card and pay 1, or you can pay a premium. The premium is equal to the highest bid on the previous turn auction,
Which was 5.
which was 5. So if he pays 5 gold, he can draw 2 cards.
Is that a thieves' ability?
Yeah,
I think I will do that.
yeah, I thought you might.
So that's 5 gold.
He's got. If he gets 2 of these in play
I don't-
and he makes 30 gold and he has a guild house,
That's
he wins.
just
That's a lot of
location.
criteria, I'm not going to lie.
Any
That would
quarters.
set the church back quite a
I've
bit.
got 1.
It's going to run into
2.
some interference first.
Oh,
before
no.
we start counting.
Why do you want to counter? Can
Well-
interference counter a location? I don't think it can. Can
Yeah,
it?
a player who's played a card.
Oh.
So discard 2 cards, or
Is this just him?
that counted.
Yeah, but he's being mean.
I wouldn't want
I
to
do
set
not
the
doubt
church that far back.
I'm going to obstruct your interference, weirdly enough, which means I counter your reaction card.
Anyone else? Church. This is for you. I'm not.
I know, I'm just finding the appropriate.
Ah!
I'm going to use dogma
You use dogma for everything.
to counter your obstruction.
Counters
Well,
your
all you make sure you
You can't
throw
any
away and
action.
discard those cards, please.
And
Yeah.
it's,
I
I'll
think
just
back
use
in the
pure
hand.
dogmatic principle. When this card is played, the event deck is reshuffled. Do you want to reshuffle it?
Hang on, whoa. I'm going to counter yours.
Yeah.
I'm going to get my wealthy sympathizer involved.
Yes.
That's been played.
Well, then I'm going to make you confess that you are wrong.
Confess your sins.
Okay, we still
Okay.
reshuffle the event deck.
No,
This card
not
counts as any player card unless the faction wishing to play a card shows you their hand and allows you to discard one card from it. That's who's we, basically.
I suspect that I see common ground with the wizard. Wizard,
The arcane circle is not his.
But we welcome. We welcome. You would not want to make an enemy of the church.
you wouldn't want to make an enemy of the enemy. Because the enemy's enemy is your enemy. Difficult running a terrorist organization, you don't. A few wealthy sympathizers, but I mean, generally you struggle for cash.
9.
Seven piano keys. 37 violin cases.
That'll be the start of turn 3.
3 violin cases.
Okay, so we're turning over the event card, Jim, for the beginning of turn 3.
The event card for today
Bias.
Probably not as dramatic.
is nothing happens.
Yay! What is the blue?
Life goes on, much as it's always done. The Royal Council must vote on whether another card should be drawn. There's only
No,
one
it's fine. The Royal Council is very happy.
There's only
with
one
the way-
person on the Royal Council, it's the pirate captain. Okay, his one vote is not to draw another card.
I need to look at the
I'll have a look at the church's hand.
that's a good call.
We are welcome to share them with you.
Fantastic.
Hello.
I will, in the meantime, put out the ready.
Youth as
Beggar
thieves are
lord.
trespassing is what you mean.
Beggar Lord, where are you putting him?
Beggar Lord gets a tier 2.
Ooh.
That's as high as he's allowed to go at the Thieves Guild. Thieves Guild is limited to tiers 1 and 2.
I don't know. Initiative.
So that means 1 on there, 1 on there.
Thank you.
You discard any card instead of putting him. If you're discarding, that implies you've already got what he wants into that deck, guys. Oh, that's a leader.
Do not
But-
drop sword.
I'm going to set the golems loose and destroy them. Again.
Again.
Take the point.
Yes, wizard!
Wipe them all off. Everything.
Where? In the Warren.
Everything. Leaders.
Ooh.
leaders. And it's my quarter.
Do you guys want to counter that by any chance? It's an action.
Wait, does that target leaders?
Everything.
Yes, inter alia.
But now what you've done is now
Take
you've
them off, guys.
essentially won the game for the enemy.
How?
How?
You've
I'll consider it winning the game for
Enemy
myself.
flip that card over and it's an arms cash and we've lost.
no, I've got to have 2 arms caches. in
Well, you
there.
do have a method of finding one. don't you?
Inquisitor must go as well, huh?
This one. I don't, huh? I'm going to play the assassin.
The assassin.
In keeping with what I said earlier.
Nice top deck that. And my guys
Starting
go
with you.
first.
Yeah, you go first.
I
And what is the
So enjoy your fight with the wizards.
Right, then it's down to Traitor's Ridge. 11, because you got the one that carries in. 11 v 5.
Where are we getting 11 from?
All the whites, the reds, and another one.
Well, the
Bones.
red's over there, huh?
No, they're all in the same. Oh, that's in
That's
waterfront.
the waterfront. Aggressor.
He can re-roll as well.
No.
He's going to re-roll.
14 plays 5.
Can't
It's going to be, it's just a matter of how many you lose. Oh, all of them, say.
Right.
Who's that idiot? Bishop.
Yeah, bishops. Can't trust them.
That's better. Oh, we're getting into a nice position over there.
The breathing room.
And money divided by 2. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4. Divided by 2, I get all of 2.
I get 1.
Oh, yeah. No, it's fine.
Okay.
We can draw him, huh?
Yeah.
Your straight
Okay, I went for this turn. Yes, it's just hard times out there. Crops fail.
Oh no.
All influence in every quarter is reduced by 2 unless a gold is spent for each
Well,
influence.
the enemy are going to take.
And then factions currently holding, so
What were we holding? Sorry, that's why we only had them in afterwards.
Initiative.
recovery and détente.
I was one
that
of
was
them.
me.
And me.
Oh, do not suffer the effects of this card.
Oh, that's brilliant.
So I'll lose this. I'll lose that. Well, just the warren. I can't.
Up there?
That's construction.
Oh, wait a minute.
5.
5 as well.
5.
And 1. So you guys are basically in the same turn order.
This stuff. The church's income's been hard. The church has had to pay to retain influence. Yeah, there's something fundamentally wrong.
No, so let's,
I'm happy to work together.
I think the time is right. The thieves took a bit of a hit.
Well,
The church seems to be a
we
bit
are
on the
going to
way.
suggest, enemy, that if you ally with the evil wizards, we are going to expel you from any place where we are joined.
But do you understand that
we
my,
were not going to do
my
that.
alliance is meaningless?
We were not.
you
In
know.
fact, let's not.
Let's
That does not
Let's
assist
not
you.
You're right. Damn you, wizard.
That's a terrible idea.
Take your alliance elsewhere.
I think it may be too late for you. You've shown your colours. Okay. Our alliance will purge the enemy from the north
Okay.
Purge the unclean.
and the east.
And the west and the
And our
south.
alliance shall purge the wizards from the south.
All right. Fine. We're a total of 5.
So all I need to do is just not roll. Oh, no. God.
No, I don't want to fight.
You don't have a choice. Oh, you do have a choice. He's got détente.
Heretic.
I would like to be rid of you guys.
I don't have a lot of cards in play. That's the weird thing. But that's the lot of the enemy, I suppose.
Friends.
You're lickspittle.
Don't be taken in by these heretics.
Okay. Money. Number of quarters plus any coin. Turn 4 begins.
No, I need to move my lead at the end of the ordered phase.
Okay, go for it.
So détente in the hill.
For the rest of the game.
Or
That's what you're voting on, yes or no?
no. We have it
Oh,
anyway.
cracks in the alliance, eh?
Okay.
We have it anyway. What's the need
Okay, then you
for
draw another card.
redundancy?
Okay. Okay, so yeah, we're
I
gonna.
feel like the enemy is closer to their victory condition than we think they are.
Why? Why would you say something like that?
Let me just change my bid.
Okay.
Wait, I just need it. Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Reveal. Nothing
Yes,
from anyone
I think
except
we
the
kinda knew
church.
that it was, so
How many did you bid, right?
8.
You
do it
paid.
again.
Basically, you can check through his cards, top 5 cards,
I can
and put
pick a
one in his
card.
hand.
Ooh, that's nice.
Oh.
Just cost me.
Take recovery.
Ah!
It's just after the cash.
Actually, yeah. What does this do? Oh, I don't know.
You need, the thieves need one of those little thieving interventions now.
Yes. A rob. That's so funny.
Poor old enemy.
Calculate victory points now. I see at least 3 to the Thieves Guild
Yeah,
here.
piggybacking.
I
And
think.
at least 2 to the
which one's
Wizards.
The,
Which I believe there might be an arms cache.
Oh, yes,
underneath
there's
or-
something underneath
Or
there.
is there something underneath or?
What was it?
There's an arms cache.
Oh,
And
so well played.
then I gotta
So
play
well
another
played.
card.
Now I need that recovery card.
I'm going to play the brothel.
Oh.
That's a
You
good,
replaced
Oh,
a
classic.
tavern with a
With
brothel.
a brothel.
that's a good replacement.
What does it say?
Thanks.
You're trying to recover an arms cache by any chance?
I did recover an arms cache.
Are the rooftop routes and sewers in play?
It's the end of turn 5. I'm getting hammered on every quarter in the normal course of the game, but what the guys don't seem to have picked up is that I was one single gold piece away from winning on the last round. I've got to play 2 cards called Arms Cache. My other victory conditions are completed. In other words, I've removed enough cards. My 1 Arms Cache is hiding under one of my locations, so it'll be played automatically. So the second arms cash, which is the one I tried to play, would have won me the game. So I got to concentrate on getting that card back, and I'm going to keep trying the same thing. They'll soon forget about me, and the win should be mine next round or two.
The Arcane Circle is fairly happy with where we are at the moment. My initial strategy of just sort of biding my time a bit worked okay, but I haven't quite been able to get the firm foothold I wanted. Then in terms of the alliance, when I started looking for alliance partners, the only one was the enemy, who were a little bit too flaky and were too weak actually, so I couldn't get any benefit out of them, so I've had to hold off on that. Would have liked to ally with the Thieves Guild probably, but that's not going to happen because the church got its claws into them very early. So at the moment I'm kind of going it alone, but I've got some good cards coming up, so I can expect a late surge maybe. So things still look okay for the Arcane Circle.
So I'm really happy with how the game's going so far. I've kind of established a pretty dominating position in terms of how much influence I have over everyone else. However, I'm lacking quite a huge chunk of my victory conditions. Otherwise, I'm pretty confident I can get my 30 gold I need with my board position, and I just have to make sure that the enemy doesn't slip by with nobody noticing them, and I have to kind of deal with that on the side. My future plans at the church, I'm probably going to take it quite late into the game, but then I'm probably going to assassinate the High Priest just so I can kind of grow my influence a bit more, and then I'm pretty sure I have the position to kind of beat them in every contest. So I think that he's maybe missed that in terms of the alliance, and I think with every alliance you kind of have to look at when it's going to be broken, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to break the alliance reasonably soon. I think I've got 3 rounds to win this. 1 round to draw the cards I need, and then 2 rounds to kind of spread them out so I don't draw all the counters immediately, and so I can kind of not seem to pose as much of a threat, and then probably on the 8th turn I'll break the alliance, just so I can kind of get to my 30 gold mark and hopefully draw the cards I need to win.
The church has got a lot of influence on the board, but fears that it won't be able to make the victory conditions. It needs to martyr one of its leaders, and hasn't yet found that elusive mix in the pack of martyrdom with the correct leaders. And I fear that the wizards are going to take the game very shortly when they pull a trick out of the bag. The church's alliance with the thieves has been rather surprising, but it has borne a lot of fruit. I, of course, am waiting for the thief to backstab me very shortly when my relevance to him has been exhausted. But until then, it has been a very useful way of certainly containing the enemy. It's going to go right to the end before I get a chance to win it. I fear that it's going to be over in about 3 rounds. Wizard, 1, the rest, 0.
That one. Still 2 locations available on the waterfront. No, not the leader. You can go anywhere.
Yes, but I'm going to put in there to remind me what I want to do then.
Ah, okay. All right. Auction.
Oh, yes, I got removed again. Assuming we get to round 10,
Yes.
and we've gone through all that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
then you get 1 victory point per quarter that you hold.
That you have the maximum in, yes.
That's the victory point.
Ties
and
determined by
anything
that.
to do with money.
Nothing to do with money. But in turn 10,
You get 10.
You can
you
buy
can buy
cards.
cards for 10 gold each.
Okay.
And 1, 2, 3, reveal.
Wow. The wizard's going big.
Whoa.
10.
What
10
the
to the
hell?
wizards.
Faith,
How much?
10.
10, 6, 5.
I need to go.
It's going to be at the bottom.
Yeah.
I know.
No.
Where's initiative?
Initiative's there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, somebody didn't take initiative.
So,
Domination.
this is a very aggressive play this round. What is that card, Joe?
Detente, which is not a bad call. You get 2 coin for not being attacked.
Oh, wait. I can put a leader onto the council.
Yes, you
First
can.
of all.
Immediately.
And then I'll have... Ah, yay. It works. I'm going to put
It's got to be someone in play, though.
Guildmaster.
Is he?
Would you like to share?
No.
Great.
There's still a way before this comes into play, so we'll decide.
Are you done, sir?
No, I need to see people's cards, please.
Oh.
Starting with my friends over here.
Should be a symbol that I haven't played that yet. Should be like a...
Ah, interesting. Haven't played what?
There's one here you really need to play.
Yes, I know.
I know what that is.
What? You're going to die first.
And I'm canonizing the Visionary.
Oh, here we go.
What does that do?
Makes him a saint.
So what does that do?
I would normally get 3 influence in the quarter in which he's situated.
Yeah.
But because the monastery is in play, I become 6.
6 influence.
Yeah.
Putting that
I'm
on,
just gonna
so
leave this
putting
here.
that on top of him so
Oh.
you know that he's
Okay.
canonized.
I'm just going to leave it there as well to remind me if that's okay. Right, I'm done.
He's very close to winning.
You think so? But he hasn't got one of his
No, my friend.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
sepulchre.
far,
sepulchre or the
far
saint
away.
Yeah,
or the
yeah.
cathedral in
Yeah,
play.
yeah.
Wizard, show us your tricks. Gate town,
I know. Let's go.
Okay, but if that's...
I think we need to shake things up a little bit.
Oh, great.
huh? Oh no.
We
So
don't really
I'm-
want to hear that, do we? I'm just going to do the golem stomp again.
I'm going to put a doppelganger in Gate Town. The old white boy, church boy, he can give me his influence.
When this card is played, you select a leader of another faction to replace with a doppelganger. While that leader lives, you gain influence from it rather than the leader's faction.
I'm going to play a fence in last.
Ooh, that wouldn't be another victory condition by any
No, I
chance.
don't think so.
I think so.
I think it is actually.
What are the rest of the conditions?
He
for
needs a
the-
gilder house.
A guild house and 30 gold. I promise you I don't
So
know.
he's
if I
taking
do.
the one
hearing
card draw.
I'm not
so
hearing the chinking of coins.
he's
though,
taking
so
the
I
one
think
card
we're
draw all the
okay,
time.
so-
He's saving money.
That's about all I got.
I'm sure there's another pile there.
Bigger chink than I've got.
The other pile.
Um.
Now we just have to convince each other to just bet 0 the whole time.
Okay, the card I drew is an arms cash, everybody. Not surprisingly.
Are we going to firm our alliance?
Alliances?
Oh yes we are. I'm content to not fight. Thieves are peaceful people.
I want no alliances with you. You can all.
The wizards
Probably
have
the big
always
one,
been
yeah.
slightly inward. They're not the most trusting of souls. And they just don't get a good feeling about the enemy.
Not with a domination card in their hand, no.
So are you turning on the enemy?
No, I'm not turning on the enemy. I'm just expressing it.
Why would you turn on the enemy?
No need really to
No need to
engage
turn on
with
the
them.
enemy, that I can assure you. Guys, there's 2 fence cards in play. Does that not. Am I the only one that worries a little bit?
What did you like us to do about it?
I would like you
Once
to-
they've been played.
To remove them. Or use your
With what?
clever cards like Sanctify that you may have
I'm
so
not moving
gladly
anything.
mused on me.
I'm not moving anything.
I'm all out of defense.
Just keep that.
Okay.
Alright.
That might be the move that gets my foothold there.
That's a turn up for the +4s.
Alright, here.
Yes. Yeah, we're not scared of the wizards.
No,
10.
10.
For a resolution by the Royal Council.
Well,
Oh,
Fantastic.
that gave me
I like
interesting.
that.
Council votes on the following resolution. Wealth tax. The 2 factions with the most gold must immediately pay 1/4, rounded down.
No.
How many? I suppose I can't. What are your votes?
He's got 7 votes there.
I've got 5.
I don't think we'll do that.
Okay, draw another card, Jim.
We don't like this. Prosperity. All players gain double income.
No, that's a problem.
Then also, players currently holding domination or accelerate.
No.
You're an accelerate junkie. Did you have it? Do not gain the benefits of this card.
Now, I had initiative.
I had detente.
I had
Domination.
council
Okay, so we find
so nobody had it.
What?
Oh crap.
Oh crap!
That's pesky.
Oh crap! You
Yes,
don't get
yes,
the double
yes.
income.
No, we never need. The money is just a vehicle. Don't need too much of it. Just a,
I've never seen the thieves control the Royal Council like this in this game.
Well,
Things in play because the bishop's out of play.
and
Oh, okay. So initiative is one of the options.
Yeah.
Okay.
and
There haven't yet been any assassination attempts. I'm sure they're still coming. How is that? A Royal Council consisting entirely of wizards and thieves. Who is he and what does he do?
He's the Archmage.
Oh,
You saw these,
yeah.
And when he comes into play, I can look at the hand of any other player, and I can play an extra card this turn, which is quite handy. So, and he's my big boy.
Yeah, he's your main man.
I think he's going to help out here in Traitor's Ridge.
Yeah, appropriately named.
Get rid of the despots.
Speaking of which, Ross,
And then I can play another card.
Oh, you can, yeah.
Let's not go too soon. Huh?
Thanks for betting the
I didn't think actually. I thought I was going to be the fourth highest bid.
I'm going to play another character,
Yes.
the Necromancer. When this card comes into play, the influence of the church is reduced by 2 in the quarter that he comes in.
Well, tit for tat, retribution. The bishop has been resurrected. The bishop has come in to take on Mane, a Manu, the Archmage, who is now nullified.
What?
He can't gain influence in this quarter.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
I thought it was something
We're
serious.
gonna win this. We're gonna win this ward.
This ward.
I'm going to try and play the Master Thief
Oh, that's not good.
in the worst quarter. So, when this card comes into play, you may steal all but 5 of the gold of another player who has influence in the same quarter. So I'm going to play him. Where can I play? Is there a restriction to how many leaders you can have?
No.
I'll play him here and I'll steal gold from the Arcane Circle.
You little bastard.
Yeah, what a haul.
Oh my god, if this card is Guildhouse, dude.
I'll counter it then.
With?
Counter spell.
So, okay.
But I need to pay 5 for that, which seems cheap.
It's cheap.
Damn it.
Well, you lose. Look at it this way: you lose less gold.
Yeah, he gets less gold.
Do you have a
Like-
counter to the counter?
No, I can't counter the counter. Bloody thieves, eh?
We're just gonna assassinate the visionary of the church.
Whoa! Told you.
The doppelganger.
Oh. I see.
So we're just gonna assassinate the doppelganger of the visionary of the church.
I'm not sure.
No.
It was
he's
good
the
because
main,
it was
doesn't get any-
giving influence to the wizards.
Okay, so now it's my turn. I'm going to play an arms cache in the waterfront.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
Bureaucracy.
What?
We're gonna have a vote whether to see if you can play the arms cache.
Do you want an arms cache or not?
Oh, well, it doesn't, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, what? You're not committing yourself here.
I'll give the...
Are you spoiling your ballot? Is that what you
No,
said?
no, I'll give you arms.
I don't want you to have an arms cache.
The Wizards are 1 ahead, so you lose 1, Rog.
That's 11-11.
Yeah, but Wizards ahead on the...
Oh, okay.
Could have gone worse.
Couldn't do, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, is that it?
not
I feel
ideal.
like I dodged a bullet there.
Maybe we'll strategy.
Will you turn over the event card, Jim?
The event for this round,
Roger, you must shuffle all the ones without
the
coins.
Comet.
Oh, is
Yeah,
it?
yeah, all the ones are... The
In all
Comet.
quarters
Oh,
where
jeez.
players other than the church have influence, one token of another player, other than Arcane Circle, woohoo, is replaced with one from the church.
Ah, amen,
That's
brother.
Whew, what strategy would you know?
Oh, okay. So recovery, bureaucracy.
No!
What did he take?
Recovery, baby.
Oh yes, nice. Those arms caches are looking. I'm not the guy with 5 votes on the Royal Council. I can't climb any higher.
No, but you've got 6, 7, 8 votes there. That's
And we're going to canonize the bishop.
It's about influence.
Yep.
All in.
All in.
Is it me now?
It is.
It's one card. Oh.
Oh, you got to draw 2 now. Or pay to draw 2. Looking for that guild house, huh?
2.
Looking
that's
for,
3. It's 3.
Looking for that guild house and can't get it, even with a. Yeah, don't poker face me. I know you drew it.
Yeah, you're right. Guild house in the Warren.
Sanctify
Oh, thank God.
the Warren.
So what does that do?
It's in response to location card. The target faction must pay gold to you equal to 4 times the influence gained from the location, or the card is countered.
That's 8.
You stop.
That's 8.
Thank you.
Hang
Okay,
on.
so you've stopped me from countering.
Yeah.
But I might counter that.
Can't.
Can't I?
I've checked your hand.
The 2 cards. Okay.
Does my guild house resolve?
Unfortunately, I suspect anyone else,
You're not.
because this might be it. We may well be. This might be the win. If he's got 30 gold in his hand, that's all. The game is over.
Well, you see, somebody stole some gold from me last turn.
It wasn't a theft. It was
Borrowing.
redistribution of wealth.
But you realize that, of course, that as soon as he gets wealth, at the end of this turn, he's going to win the game. So something needs to be done.
Yeah.
Well, dude, now's the time.
Oh, I can't play it now.
Time is now. You've got to play it now. It doesn't help to play it later.
I can't play it now. It's not a reaction card. So I've got to wait until my turn.
Well, that could be the end.
I have another card to play.
Oh.
Go to ground. I'll do that.
Oh, no!
What does that do?
From the time this card is played until the end of the next turn, you cannot be engaged in contest by any other faction. At the end of the period, all other factions gain 1 influence in the quarter of their choice.
No, that I'm afraid I have to counter that.
So I've got nothing else to counter these things with.
Sweet.
Ah, good.
But it's a
Take-
pleasure.
take one for
Anytime,
the team.
anytime. I'll just do it. I'll just hold up the team here.
That's all I got.
Okay, can
you
we
done?
go?
Yeah, it's me to go.
Me to go.
Wait, no.
Oh, it is you to go. Oh, I see what you mean. You still haven't played a
I haven't
card.
played, yes. You guys are panicking.
I
And stuff.
promise you, if you destroy my guild house, I
What?
will be...
2.
Is there some way of destroying the
It's
guild?
got to be a
house?
golem rampage.
Yeah.
It's, he's played recovery, so he's obviously drawn Roland.
Oh no.
Oh!
The only time I'm going to welcome Golem
Stage, baby.
Oh!
I'll
course you played
sacrifice
recovery.
my dude, but
Yeah.
it was waiting.
So I'm not countering
So
that.
not only does that destroy my
Everything,
guild house,
everything.
it destroys a fence as well.
Everything.
No, there's no fences in the Warren.
Everything gone. Barren land. Wizard's
Oh, yeah.
turf. Hands off. Sorry, huh?
Counter.
Do you?
No.
Just get rid of all the...
So it's a golem rampage.
Everything.
That's all. These Rog, you get become more
There's
cash.
so many
cash back.
benefits from this, you know?
That's so sad.
And just leave one little blue spot there, please.
And the skull and
You guys,
crossbones.
all goes.
And that goes into discard pile. Okay. I suspect I'm going to play the torch. The touch, as we say in the resistance. Alliances, are there any anymore?
Yes.
Well, I have no more way to win.
Yes, you do. You've got a lot of potential victory points on this board.
We can go all in, I suppose.
But you still got... Oh, no, you didn't go to ground. That got counted.
I can fight.
Let me arrange this.
Who wants to fight?
Battle lines.
Yeah, let's do it.
Are we
Let's do it.
fighting?
Oh, you push the button, you try to go
Okay,
for the win.
fine.
That's it.
Okay, so the first contest between the church and the Thieves Guild. Long-time friends, now enemies.
I have 11.
11. Thieves Guild crossed the line when you triggered the victory conditions. This alliance is over.
So says, thus spake the bishop.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. I'll fight. I'm happy to fight.
Well, it's all three of
Have we
these.
gone past
I
moving
clearly
leaders?
do.
No, he's in the waterfront.
That was a schoolboy error.
Yeah, sorry, that was my schoolboy error.
Yeah, okay.
7v2.
7.
So we need 6s and 1s here, and 3s aren't going to do it.
Ah, that's 17 plays
10.
10. It's a loss of 7.
That's the church taking a bit of a beating here.
How many you got there?
7.
All
Oh,
part of the
jeez.
plan. Branch.
1, 2.
I don't have anything left in here. I'm actually quite close to being
You got one there.
eliminated from this game. Okay, turn 9, second last event card. Jim, will you pull it?
And today, no. Okay, fires.
Oh, this could be it. This
All
could be.
influence in every quarter is reduced by 1d6.
It's fine.
For each quarter roll a d6. On a 1, it is permanently destroyed by the 5 for the remainder of the game.
Okay, so
Can we
let's
just
do that
Can we
first.
do the important ones first?
Yeah, let's.
Namely, these two.
A 1 for the hill, meaning that the hill is totally destroyed by fire, together with all the thieves that live there and their fence. Traitors Ridge. Roger, are you alright there, man? Traitors Ridge is a.
And then waterfront.
The waterfront is still alive.
Okay,
That's
now we
everything.
take off influence.
So now you take off, for each of your stacks of influence, you roll 1d6, and that's how many you remove.
We'll just do that.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Oh,
shame.
no.
I get 2 off last, and yes.
The church has been punished in this last
Yeah.
session.
2 more.
1 off West Quarter.
Alright, there's my bid.
That destroyed.
Take it or leave it.
Let's do domination.
Ooh,
No, that's a good call.
dominate the world.
I'm going to play a zombie plague on Traitors Ridge.
Ooh,
Okay.
Come
I like
on.
that one.
What does that do?
Kills everyone and leaders discarded.
The plague.
Enemy,
Yes.
can you save me here?
Why would I save you? Considering the abuse I've taken from you throughout
Because
this
I'm going to
game.
prevent the wizards from winning this game.
Why would I want to assist you now after being abused for 9 rounds and having all my cards counted?
Because I have the only means to prevent the 2 of them from winning this game.
Yes, but your means of preventing him from winning the game is by winning yourself.
I don't have the means to win, but I can prevent their victories.
And I'm not countering it.
Not that my.
Shame there, Church. Leader gone, influence gone.
It's a lot of influence.
Right.
Conduct a robbery of half the gold. Now, I know the enemy has nothing. This is a hard decision.
You know, the church has nothing.
The church is sounding so pitiful.
The church is feeling very sorry for itself.
I'll steal half the gold of the arcane circle.
It's a very good
Again.
idea.
That's a very bad move on your part.
Oh, great.
That's half the gold of the arcane circle.
Great. At least I got a count now.
It was rounded down, you understand?
Yes.
Yeah. We went.
Punch someone.
No, punish somebody.
Jeez. Can't play if you
Church
can't
resorts
see.
to violence. Can't play if you can't see. You have to have influence. I'm going to flip up my
Arms cash.
second arms cash. Play it. 2 arms cash.
No, I'll counter that.
Yes!
With what?
Oh, no, wait. I've got a counter spell.
Yes?
But
Counts as
I
what?
need 5 gold. I've only got 3.
I will willingly donate all the gold you need to counter that arms cash.
I need 2 gold.
If there's a follow-up from
Oh,
the
no,
church.
wait. You are not obliged to pay 5 if you're 2 or more leaders on the Royal Council. Mahala.
That was good.
Okay, so my attempt to win was stymied at the last second.
Makes sense for me to go for recovery, which is what I wanted all along.
Ah.
So I can recover the bishop yet again
Ah, I
and
see.
canonize.
Bear in mind, Jim, this card phase, it keeps playing. Okay, so you're not just limited to playing one card; it's going to keep coming around the card phase.
But, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Buying 2 cards.
Go for it.
Ooh, the church was hiding all their
No, not much, but
staff.
It's not a lot.
Okay, Jim, you want to play?
A location card, the Crone's Hut.
Yeah. It doesn't got a stand. It just goes.
Oh, that's
There's
location.
a space.
Okay. No, he's done his stealing. Then also, the strategy cards you hold get passed one to the left.
Oh no! Are you kidding?
And then I'll use that recovery to...
So I will
Pleasure.
now play. Who's top of the pops there? In the
That is the blue people.
arcane circle guy. I will assassinate him. Whoever he is, he's gonna die.
That resolves.
You want to counter that, Rog?
No.
Javer is on top of the Royal Council, is about to be assassinated. Who is it?
I'm not actually not sure.
That is the alchemist.
The alchemist.
0. And all leaders of all other factions in the quarter are
But
slain
don't
and
put it
discarded.
there.
Wait, whoa, not so fast, Blackadder.
That'll give you so many points.
No, I think that's fine.
What does
You
it
can
do?
play.
It just wipes them out.
There we go, thief boy. You can hang on
I
there.
appreciate that you called me thief boy.
Does that include mine?
Yeah. Demons, it seems, are indiscriminate when it
Yes.
comes to wiping people out.
I can understand. That one turned around to me in the ass. Huh?
Good manipulation of the state system.
3 cards left here.
Burn into fly.
My old friend, the thief. I want you to repent.
Please don't.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going
Please,
to
Lord Father.
install the scourging post. I must install it over there.
You sure that's in my land?
It is. When this card is played, you may select one leader in play and place a leader in the same quarter as this card.
I believe there's an archmage in play.
The leader's faction gains 1 influence in the quarter but loses 2 in every other quarter.
I think there's an archmage in play.
So,
I think he'd look nice strung up.
the guildmaster can go over there. So please gain 1 influence over there.
And lose 2 everywhere
He's the
else.
guild-
So lose 2
Guildmaster.
everywhere else.
I'll help you.
Of course you are.
Please help him.
I'm going to play the Rabble Rouser.
A wabble wazzer.
I'm a Rabble Rouser. I'm going to rouse the Wabble. He's a rowdy Wabble Rouser.
And my card is to polymorph the canonized bishop into a goat. And discard it.
Wait, hang on. I don't know about
You've
that.
got something against the church, haven't you? You've got some real unresolved
The
issues.
wizards have always been a bit dodged towards the church.
Why?
To play Sabotage, which I can use to destroy 2 locations, considering my other guy is in play. And the locations of choice are going to be the Hidden College and the Alchemist's Laboratory.
Take that, sports lover. Well, the bishop's coming back for
Another round.
The bishop's actually a Buddhist. He's been reincarnated 4 times. And he's going back to traitors.
Alright, so that's you, Rog.
I'm going to denounce the guildmaster.
No, why? Guildmaster's already been scourged.
No,
He's denounced now.
he was scourged and I've been denounced.
So your faction loses all influence in the quarter that contains him. You can choose to ignore this effect if you allow me to see your hand,
But he's not in.
and I can discard 1 card from it.
He isn't in a quarter.
I'm done.
Oh.
It was Ryan after me.
I'm preaching a crusade.
What does it mean?
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, it's a
It means if my bishop is in play, I get +5 to all contests.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That is a cracker.
Okay, we're done. Contest. Alright.
Start at the top.
Starting here. It's fairly clear, but you might as well do it.
Take him out.
Oh, you got a +5.
We're still going to be enough.
So,
I'll
well,
throw an 11.
I have 12.
okay, well,
Without 3.
No, you've got 5 plus the 2 here.
Okay.
7.
+1. Oh, no,
No, it's not a plus
7,
one.
okay.
I've got 9.
Thanks to the bishop.
No, thanks to my plus. Oh, thanks to the bishop, yes.
Going for the reroll.
No,
It's the same.
12.
What did you do?
13.
No way!
Oh, that's a bit of a swing there, right?
And I've got my 4.
Oh!
So what does that mean? Oh, it
Add
means
it up, so I
6,
lose
7. So yeah. Well,
well,
you
still,
lose 2.
yeah, it's still enough, Jim, to cling in it. Oh, you
And
still
then
got-
there's one red
I know,
boy
but you're all
there.
going to
Okay,
blink.
that's
That was the last contest phase.
Now we add them up.
Now, importantly, no. Now you've got to add your influence based on your cards. This might is always where it might turn the game.
Ooh, so there's one.
Well, enough for even a single.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, does that knock out one of my influence?
Yeah. But no, it just makes it -1 growth, so that's a very clear 0
So I
growth. yeah.
didn't.
Has anyone got any? Oh, there's a black one there.
Doesn't matter, that's gonna die.
It's time to allocate victory points.
Yeah.
So you earn a victory point if you have the most number of influence tokens in a quarter. Victory point for every quarter in which you have the most number of influence tokens. So the wizard is claiming 4. Ties, of course, are determined by the turn order. I think. And you have?
1.
It's 4, 3, 1. I've currently got 0.
It's a 4.
I have 0.
I have 3. So 3 points.
Well, that's down to the wire, I think.
So as it stands, wizards have 3. 4, sorry. Thieves Guild have 3.
4.
No, have 3. But the Royal Council still got to vote. So for every 5 votes you get on the Royal Council, you get another victory point. So potential votes currently, it's only really the Thieves Guild who's got enough votes because he has how many? 5. The Wizards only got 4 votes. But I do have a card somewhere here. The Inside Man, who, if he's in play at the end of the game, may select a leader on tier 1 or 2 and replace that leader with this guy. So
Don't replace me.
you are being replaced, Thief.
So I just lose in a less convincing.
Yes. For what it's worth.
You don't have. No, you can't. Yeah, it's only.
But
3.
it just means neither of you get enough votes on the council for a victory point. Which means it's a 4-3-1-0 victory to the Arcane Circle. So what can I say? Didn't go quite as planned for the enemy. Sneaky wizards came up and stole it at the end. I suppose that's how it goes. They had magic on their side. My strategy went wrong in that I only really had one strategy. I didn't have enough cards, I didn't have enough influence on the board, so it was all about trying my best to assassinate as many people and to get my arms caches in. But the guys were awake and they were alive to the fact that I was trying to do that, and I discovered that if you don't have enough gold to get the strategy you want, you kind of have to rely on everybody being asleep, but they weren't, so I lost. Okay, so there may be some doubt as to, it was maybe close near the top. First and second place probably had the same number of victory points, but there wasn't any doubt as to who came last. Me. The enemy, position 4.
The mortified church, the thieves, turned on us. They made their play in round 7. Unfortunately, or fortunately, they were prevented from succeeding, but all alliances went then. I needed about 2 more rounds to try and keep my influence going. Wasn't to be. Got decimated on the influence charts. And the only thing I really got right was my prediction of the Wizards winning. Well, the thieves, playing true to nature, eventually pulled the victory in round 7, or tried to pull the victory, and it all went downhill from there for the church. It was a great game. It's very nicely designed, very playable. I look forward to the next one.
Well, what can I say? I did exactly what I said I'd do. I said I'd break my alliance in round 7, and then, however, I think I went a bit too early, and I tried to win in round 7 as well, and I probably should have held on and won in round 8, because I would have had all the gold and I would have won immediately after playing the card, instead of having to wait around and getting it destroyed eventually. But I think I had quite a solid strategy. I think I just rushed it a little too early. But overall, I think it was a really great game. I played the Thieves Guild a couple times. This one was really, really exciting. With the Thieves, you always feel like you're getting involved, always in part of everything. I really like the game. There's lots of replayability with all the different factions and all the different approaches you can take to the approach. And I really enjoy the game. Every time I play it, I feel like I'm doing something different. So.
The Arcane Circle 1, we're victors. What we did well was my time quite well early on. I think I came out quite strong in the second half, and particularly early end, sort of wresting control of the initiative, I think gave me the advantage because I could influence other people's roles before they had a chance to put their plans in place. So I stopped a lot of stuff, and that kept my nose in front. I think other people were predicting an Arcane Circle win, but I wasn't very well placed at the beginning, so I wouldn't have predicted myself a victor up until fairly near the end. It was around 7 or 8. Very good. Nice mix of strategy and nice card play, and lots of elements that you need to consider and put into your moves, which made it quite exciting. Yeah.